Good evening and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse here at Woodstock Academy as the Centaurs get ready to take on the Whippets of Windham in an Eastern Connecticut Conference postseason experience tournament semifinal game. The Centaurs come in with the top seed, 9-1 is their record. The Whippets are number 5 seed, 5-5 coming into this one. Good evening, everyone. Mark Allard and Greg Smith along with you on this Tuesday night. Believe it or not, before the pregame, I was talking to Marty Hart. I couldn't remember what today was.
And were you outside?
Yeah, I was outside.
And wasn't it beautiful?
And it was gorgeous. That's probably why I couldn't remember what day it was.
Right?
But we could not remember what day it was. We figured it out. Took us a little bit. But it is a Tuesday. It is the coming to the end of the high school basketball.
Oh, yeah. You need to watch.
You got the
you
Apple.
Need to watch.
I don't got one of those. I'm not that, I'm not that technologically advanced,
Okay.
nor am I that rich. So from that point of view, he's got this big Apple Watch. He's got everything. All his emails
pretty.
come in. Oh,
Yeah.
It's nice. What a display on that
Ooh.
thing. But the Woodstock Academy Centaurs did come up with a big win over Windham in their only meeting. It was the first game of the year. So things have changed over the course of time. 88-63 was the win there. But still, the Centaurs come in riding pretty high with this 9-1 record.
Absolutely. And they're playing the best basketball of the season. I mean, we've seen them for their last 4 games. We've been here for every one of them because 3 of the regular seasons were home and then 1 in the tournament. And they're improving every time they take the floor.
And I looked it up this morning. I can't remember if it was March 2nd or March 3rd, but that was the last away game for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. It was at Killingly, believe it or not, and they have been home for the last about 3 weeks since then, and I think they've kind of enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Home cooking is a beautiful thing. I mean, it would be nicer if there were fans in the stands.
Correct.
But there's not. But you get used to, and our gym is historically troublesome for teams because of
intimidating, maybe.
Well, first off, it's a college-length court.
That's the intimidation factor,
and nobody realizes that until about the fourth quarter when they're dying.
It's like, okay, you didn't tell me this much.
There's a 10-foot difference.
Yes.
On a college-length court, and I loved it. I always loved coaching on this court or having teams on this court because we were always in better shape.
And the lights are brighter than they ever have been. New lights installed, of course, over the course of the summer, and it really has brightened up the place.
Right.
Let's put it that way. It
and
makes life a lot easier.
More depth between the basket and the wall, so that throws you off. It takes a couple of minutes to get accustomed.
No question about that. And, of course, you look at these two teams, and they are probably a study in opposites is when you really look at it. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs, they both want to run. I will give them that. Both are transition-oriented teams. But the Centaurs want to get the ball to the inside of the basket. Yes, they can shoot from the outside and very well, but they do like that inside play.
Right.
The Whippets are the exact opposite. They're going to try to hit from the perimeter, force you to open up that defense so the little guys can get inside. There's not a lot of big guys on this team.
Well, when you have an undersized team and they're listed, their tallest players listed at 6'2", but I don't think there's anybody that's 6'2" out there. What you're going to see is long shots mean long rebounds, and anybody can get the rebound. So if you've got Zemchenko underneath, if you've got Andrew Johnson that can jump out of the
Ethan
Davis, these guys are going to be neutralized by the long-range shooting of the Whippets because the rebounds are going to be long.
No question. We had a chance to talk to the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Marty Hart, and that's coming up in just a moment.
This Easter, Grill 37 has 3 dinner options for you and your loved ones. You can take and bake. Pre-order your a la carte dinner by March 31st and pick it up on Saturday, April 3rd, ready for you to heat and serve on Easter Sunday. You can also grab and go, picking up your order hot and ready to serve between 11 and 4 on Easter Sunday. You can also join our family and break bread with us, dining in with a special Easter dinner served at any one of our well-kept and well-spaced tables. And don't forget Fish Fridays every Friday through Lent. Check out the full menu at grill37.com.
We are live at the Alumni Fieldhouse on this Tuesday, Eastern Connecticut Conference postseason experience tournament semifinals. Woodstock Academy taking on Windham. Marty Hart, the head coach of the Centaurs. And Marty, you must be getting awful comfortable at this Fieldhouse. I mean, can you remember the last time you played basketball when you weren't here?
No, it's nice to be home, and I appreciate that. The bus trips weren't that long to begin with, but it's nice to be home and on our own hardwood.
I looked back. I think it was March 2nd, the last time you hear about, just about 3 weeks ago, the last time you played away from home. Does that just, is it just really a comfortable feeling right now?
Well, it's great for us. It's a bright gym, though. Usually teams come in and they're pretty excited about being here. So we have to get over that initial excitement from their side. But our guys are comfortable with the hoops. We obviously get to practice on them every day. We get to shoot our free throws on them every day. And it's a nice place to be.
Yeah, you don't shoot free throws too badly. 78% you, or 76% now. But just from that point of view, this team has been doing a lot of things well against Wheeler. It was pretty easy. Does the same almost have to happen here tonight with Windham? You beat them handily, 88-63 the first time around. Do you feel if you get off to a fast start that you're in good shape?
We do, but we certainly need to respect Windham because they're a much improved team than the first time we played them. They have another player who's joined them, and we could tell early on that they had the athleticism, and the coaching is certainly worked out for them over the course of this year, and they're a much improved team versus the team we played on day one.
Yeah, Marquez caused you some problems, 28 points that night.
Right, we were pretty generous in leaving him opportunities to score, and he's a terrific player. I think one of the top players in the league and certainly a top player in the North.
One thing that you have obvious advantage of is height. They don't have anyone, at least unless this new player is coming, is taller, 6'2" or less. That's what they've got.
Right, we certainly have an advantage in terms of height, so we're going to have to play to our strength and really establish our inside presence and let that get going before we work it to the outside. But we're a balanced team, and hopefully tonight the guys will recognize that that's where the strength is, and we'll probably have some other guys step forward and do the bulk of our scoring.
And Dimitri did that the last time you played Windham, scoring 18 points and leading the team.
Right, he should have his pick of shots inside, and I don't see anybody that can match up against him. We're going to need to lock down on their guards, Villafant and Marquez, both terrific guards. They do have a little bit of size, but I think we have height on them and a little bit of depth. We're without our point guard, Parker Anderson, so we're going to go with a different rotation, and we're just going to have to lean on our experience and our size to get the job done.
That bruise still bothersome for him, huh?
It is. It's a slow process, and we want him to get healthy. So he's working at it, and hopefully we can get him ready. But today's not the day for that yet.
I don't know if you happened to catch the score last time around, but Windham beat Griswold 33-30. Something tells me the air was out of that ball a lot. Do you expect that tonight to try to take you out of that transition game, which Griswold did a little bit to you in their game? Do you expect Windham to try that tonight?
No, I think they want to get up and go. I think that the slow pace of play was installed by Griswold, and I think that Windham wants to get up and go, and we certainly want to go with them, but we want to be balanced and do it with a good intention and do it responsibly as we go.
And do you need the kind of balance you had like last time? Yeah, Zinchenko scored 18 points, but your other four starters were also in double figures.
Yeah, that was a high-scoring game. I mean, we put up 88 points, so there was a lot of points to spread around. I think that given their progress on defense and what they did to Griswold and keeping them at a low-scoring game, even though they wanted to increase the pace, I mean, their defense is very strong, so we're going to have to limit their two scorers, and we're going to have to be balanced and attack on our side.
And I got to ask, do you have to just tell the guys, one game at a time, the championship is still a long way away, we got to get through this one?
I don't think I have to tell them. We've talked a lot about Windham the last couple days. We've worked on specific situations. We've gone through good walkthrough. We have a good scout on them. So the entire focus is on Windham. Of course, it's one step closer to a championship, but today's the only step we can take, and they're the only opponent we have. So we got to take care of business.
Marty Hart, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, will tip it off in just a moment.
My junior year, I took engineering and architecture, and I discovered an interest that I didn't know was there.
I feel comfortable trying new things here at Woodstock Academy because of all the opportunities my teachers have given me.
At the Woodstock Academy, students are empowered to explore their interests and discover new possibilities. We offer over 230 courses taught by highly qualified faculty, along with numerous activities, distinguished fine arts program, and competitive athletics. Learn more at woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
See you there.
See you there.
Eastern Connecticut Conference Tournament semifinals on this Tuesday night. The winner faces the winner of Plainfield and Killingly. If Woodstock Academy wins, that game will be right back here on Friday night. So we're waiting for it, and hopefully we will see that game here on Friday night. Time for our starting lineups. We turn it over to the voice here of Woodstock Academy in the gym, our athletic director, Mr. Sean Saucier.
Good evening to our broadcast audience, and welcome to tonight's Eastern Connecticut Conference Northern Division Boys Basketball Semifinal, featuring the Whippets from Windham High School and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's game. First, the visitors from Windham. A freshman forward, number 21, Anthony Green. Sophomore guard, number 22, Victor Mejia. A sophomore forward, number 23, Isaiah Mangual. A junior guard, number 10, Jaden Villafane. And a senior guard, number 12, Devin Marquez. The Whippets are coached by Mr. Paul Martineau. And now the starting lineups for the Centaurs. A junior forward, number 14, Ethan Davis. A senior forward, number 20, Liam Blanchflower. A senior guard, number 5, Logan Talbot. A senior guard, number 12, Andrew Johnson. And a senior center, number 32, Dmitry Zinchenko. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Marty Hart. This time I ask that you please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
The national anthem here at the Alumni Fieldhouse, getting ready for some basketball. The Whippets making a couple of late changes there on us. Number one, instead of Anthony Green in the lineup, they moved the senior Jacob Holman into the starting lineup. And number 2, Devin Marquez, originally was supposed to be wearing number 3. Well, he's number 12 tonight.
Yep, and why? Left his jersey at home.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, here's a coaching tip for every coach out there. Always put an extra jersey in your bag, in your
Yes.
briefcase, for blood or because somebody forgot it.
Jaden Villafane to jump it up for the Windham Whippets against Liam Blanchflower. And Jaden Villafane also been added to that starting lineup, because he wasn't there originally either. Logan Talbot with the basketball against Ethan Davis over on the left side. They send it into Andrew Johnson. Look to go baseline, cut off, throwed it down to Zinchenko. Zinchenko ducks underneath, misses a shot, but a foul is called. And that one will go against Isaiah Mangual. Be the first on Mangual and the first on the Whippets.
But a great pass by Andrew Johnson. Not a shooting foul, so Woodstock will take it in.
They'll get it inbounds to Logan Talbot over there on the right side. Top of the key is Liam Blanchflower. Back over to Ethan Davis. Davis back over to Johnson. Trying to drive. Gets a nice little pick there from Davis, but I think they're going to get the foul on Davis. Yeah.
Said he was moving on the screen.
First one on Ethan.
And getting the screen is as important as setting it. If you're the offensive player, you got to come right off your teammate's shoulder so they don't lean. You've got to run your defender into the screen.
Holman gets it into Devin Marquez. He scored 28 points for the Whippets against the Centaurs in that 88-63 defeat back in Willimantic in February, mid-February, I guess you would say. Villafane with the basketball, 5'7" junior. Goes over to the right side to Mejia. Mejia bounce pass left side, just around the elbow. It's over to Mangual. Mangual holds on to it. Jumper from Marquez just inside the arc. It's no good. What happened there? I think they had the shot clock going. I think by mistake they had the shot clock going. Johnson with the basketball after that long pass down court. This is Zinchenko. Back over to Johnson. Jumper from just outside of 3, I think. And that ball rimmed in and out. Rebound came down to Davis. Back out to Johnson. Johnson drives the lane. Puts up another one. No good this time. Blanchflower fighting for the rebound. It will be a jump ball call. It'll go back to the Whippets.
And that's what you're going to have to see Woodstock do. Even if they miss their first one, get on those offensive boards. Get as many as you can. And that time it was 3.
Yeah.
Didn't pay dividends that time.
But it will.
It's a game
down
of attrition.
the road, right? No score here, just 1:09 into this basketball game. With the basketball was Marquez, stripped away by Ethan Davis. He lost it as he was tripped up a bit coming down the floor. And Mejia comes the other way. Mejia reaching from behind. Second one, I think, on Ethan Davis.
And Coach Marty Hart's not very happy about that.
No.
That's reaching in.
That was frustration, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Davis is going to go to the sideline, and Jacob Hernandez will check in for him. That's a big loss. Yeah. Ethan Davis, the numbers that Ethan has this year, 8.1 points per game, 15 of 17 for the line, 8.4 rebounds per game, 24 assists this season, 20 steals, 12 blocks. Missed 3 by Marquez, goes out of bounds, last touched by Zinchenko. It'll go back over to the Whippets.
And 1:15 into this first quarter, and Davis is sitting on the bench.
That's not good when those numbers are sitting on the bench and not helping you out. Although Marty Hart's not shy about leaving players in with multiple fouls.
No, and he's got a nice deep bench.
He does. This is Mejia. Down underneath to Mangual. Misses the baseline runner. Rebound Zinchenko. We go the other way. Quickly up ahead. Almost knocked away by Villafane. Picked up by Hernandez. Back over to Talbot from 3. Got it. Logan Talbot. Opens up the scoring today with a 3-pointer for Logan. That is his 21st 3-pointer of the season. Villafane with the basketball against Liam Blanchflower. Gets some help from Marquez. Villafane tries to go down that left side. Lost control. Steps back. Fall away. No good. Rebound Zinchenko. Up ahead quickly to Talbot. Talbot tries to stop, and he's fouled and count the basket and one.
And that foul's on Marquez, I believe.
He was the only man going down there with him, so it has to be the first on the senior from Windham.
What body control Talbot showed on that.
He had to put the brakes on. I think he had a brake job done recently because they came up. Either he's got the anti-locks. I don't know. Absolutely. Because he pulled right up on it. So at the free throw line, Logan Talbot, he's not very good at the free throw line.
No.
Only 25 for 28. I'll keep that one low. 89% on the year. Centaurs as a team, 76.9% from the free throw line.
That's remarkable for a high school team.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
That's good for a college
I know.
team.
I don't know if I've ever seen it that high. I'm going to be absolutely honest. And the thing is, it's not a lie because we've seen it happen.
No.
Villafane with the basketball to Marquez. Hernandez is on him. 6-0 in favor of the Centaurs early here still in the first quarter. Knocked away by Hernandez, but retrieved by Marquez.
And I like this matchup, this defensive matchup. I've said it all season long. Hernandez just impresses me with his
pest.
grit.
He's a pest.
Oh, he's Dustin Pedroia in a basketball court.
Here's Marquez with the basketball again against Hernandez, left then right, back to the top of the key. Gives it over to left side, Villafane. Villafane picked up that pivot foot. Johnson caused him to make that move a bit. Travel called against Windham.
Now, here's the thing that as a coach you always notice. When a player is very, very one-handed, and Villafane is entirely left-handed.
And that was a travel on Jacob Hernandez, picking it up, trying to get around Marquez. So back over to the Whippets. Windham dressed it, of course, in their, I would call it dark gray with maroon.
Yeah.
No, doesn't do anything for you, huh?
Blue and maroon is...
Well, it's gray. It's kind of grayish, isn't it?
No.
Gray and maroon?
No.
Still doesn't help.
No.
I'm trying, okay?
No.
Woodstock Academy in the white jerseys with the gold and blue trim. which usually is what Greg Smith is sporting.
Not tonight.
No, you're not in it. Here's
Look at Andrew Johnson.
Johnson on the floor against Villafane. Got it to Zinchenko. Up ahead. That is a layup by Blanchflower. It's no good. Followed by Talbot. No good. Ball comes loose. It comes down to the Whippets. Up ahead quickly to Mangual. Mangual to Villafane. Fall away. No good. Rebound comes down. Just on that far side near the baseline. Fighting for it is Mejia over there. Tosses it up in the air and up for grabs. It comes down to Marquez briefly all the way into the backcourt, but it doesn't matter. It was touched by the Centaurs. Here's Villafane going the other way. That was an intriguing little back and forth. Villafane with the basketball. Top of the key three is good.
And Villafane came all the way over to the right side of the court so he could go left. That's what he wants to do. Don't let him.
6-3 in favor of the Centaurs. Talbot with the basketball. Over to Blanchflower. Left side, it's Johnson. Johnson against Villafane, now to his right side, where he's picked up out there by Matt Cruz, who's into the ball game.
Boom.
Jumper from three, I think, for Zinchenko, and that should be a mask break or a mask issue for Johnson.
Johnson broke his mask.
He did. Kind of took away from all the emphasis from Zinchenko's three. So Johnson has to go get a substitute mask. And into the basketball game checks Jackson Getz.
And Matt Cruz is in for Windham.
9-3 in favor of the Centaurs. Villafane, Mejia underneath, and the basket is good by Cruz. Comes in, gets two. 9-5 in favor of the Centaurs.
If Windham hits from the outside, that's understandable, but scoring on the inside is not something that we can allow to happen.
Gets nice little bounce pass to Talbot, just cannot complete it. Rebound came down to Cruz. Up ahead to Marquez. Marquez from three, and he buries this one. You can't let Marquez loose out there, and they did, and a timeout is called. The Centaurs still ahead, but not by all of that much. A 9-8 score in favor of the Centaurs as we take a timeout.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors.
3:23 left to play here in the first quarter, and what was a 6-0 Centaurs lead, now a 1-point lead, 9-8, as all of a sudden those three-pointers started to fall for the Whippets.
You've got to know where Marquez is at all times.
Yeah.
And that's a name that whenever it's said, it gives me I get the shake.
Yeah, it's not a name. Kendall Marquez?
Right.
Right. No, you know what? That's Devin Marquez's older brother.
Right. And Marquez came in here in the state championship year, 2012-2013, and absolutely lit us up from the outside. I was telling you before this game started that he was routinely taking shots from the volleyball line and making them.
And the only team
to
defeat you that year, right? In the regular season.
In the regular season, that was our only loss. And then we lost in the ECC semis to New London. And both of those times we tried to play another team's game instead of playing our game. And when we played our game, we were impossible to beat.
I think I was at that game in another guise, shall we say.
Another incarnation of your life?
Yes, one of those incarnations of my life, which have taken all sorts of different, follow the yellow brick road.
Right.
Not really.
Could be anywhere.
The yellow brick road can go anywhere.
Yep.
Okay, did they call a tech somewhere?
They must have.
There must have been a tech. So, because at the free throw line is Marquez.
I think it was on Johnson because they just said
No, it's on Zinchenko.
Well, they had Johnson for a foul as well. They had 12. Oh, that was Marquez. Maybe.
That's Zinchenko, who got a technical.
Yeah.
So, Marquez hits them both and puts the Whippets up 10-9. I did not see that call. Okay, that's the tech. Okay, now it's understood. It was a little mistake in the book.
Yep.
But guess what? That costs you.
Yes, it does.
And,
the book was wrong. They put a name
with the wrong number.
Oh, Jackson gets.
With the basketball is Marquez against Johnson. Watch out for that reach. Villafane with the basketball up on top again against Johnson as he switches off. Goes to the left side. Stopped there by Talbot. A foul is called. Might be on Logan. They're going to give the basket and the foul. And the foul will be on, I do believe, Talbot. Was it number 5? I did not see a second number come up there. And, again, they're facing the other way, so it's hard to see.
Right.
But Villafane gets the basket, and the foul's on Blanchflower. And Villafane misses the traditional three-point play. Blanchflower on the rebound. Up ahead to Talbot. Here's Johnson. Johnson goes to Blanchflower, around Cruz, up and over, but misses the layup. Rebound, Zinchenko puts it up at home.
I want to see Dmitry Zinchenko get 20 points in the interior.
So Centaurs trail by only 1, 12-11. Here's Villafane at the free throw line, kicks it back out to the right side. They got it over to Marquez, back over to Villafane. Villafane dribbling around out there, looking for some help, finds it in Mejia. Back over to Villafane. Jaden Villafane, 5'7" junior guard, goes around. Blanchflower knocked it away from him. Up ahead to Blanchflower, racing down the floor. Could have been a foul. Instead, they're going to say it was on the baseline, went out of bounds, last touched by Windham, and it'll stay with the Centaurs. That could have been a push-off.
Yep.
It was almost an offensive foul. Blanchflower reached out with his left hand. A little bit of dramatics maybe on the way down.
He created space, and there's a foul on Blanchflower. That's 2 on him.
Yep.
Illegal screen.
And picks that one up. Thought that was the first on Blanchflower, but maybe you're right. It is 2 on Blanchflower. I didn't put the first one down on my side. So 12-11, Windham lead.
And 5 personal
and
fouls.
5 fouls. Only 2 on the Whippets so far. This is Marquez against Zinchenko. That's a little bit of a mismatch, and Marquez is going to go right in and over to Cruz. A little pass underneath. Found Cruz on the weak side.
And that was something his brother could do just as well. Windham's in a 2-3 zone right now.
Gets from 3. Got it! Jackson gets on the three-pointer. And we have a tie ball game at 14. Third three-pointer of the season for Jackson. Shoots 30% from out there. Runner by Marquez will not fall for him. Rebound comes down to the Whippets. Mejia pulled it out of the crowd. Here's another 3 by Marquez. It's no good. Cruz comes down with a rebound. Inside Mejia. Layup is good. Too many chances. As Greg Smith stomps his foot in frustration.
It's killing me.
Jumper is up and no good for Getz. Rebound, and he stepped on the sideline. Blanchflower did. He'll go back over to the Whippets. Hernandez will check back into the ball game. He'll replace Liam Blanchflower.
Yeah, Blanchflower with 2 fouls was in there for
had
a long
Ethan Davis.
time.
So basketball for Windham. Little full court man-to-man pressure, and now they back off a little bit, and they'll give it over to Villafane.
It's just Hernandez
being
in the pocket of Marquez.
Yeah, he's not letting him go anywhere, is he?
No.
Is this a diamond?
No.
Box, I mean? Not, well, some people call it.
Oh.
And as a runner.
Stop letting him go left.
Villafane. You are really, he is pounding the floor, writing hard with his pen, chomping on the microphone. This could be a bad night for the equipment, okay? 18-14 Windham. Talbot with the basketball. 3! No! Rebound comes all the way back out to Talbot. Talbot looks at Marquez, gives it up to Johnson. He drives left side lane, puts the brakes on. Back to Zinchenko at the free throw line. Jumper, good. He's got a soft touch.
Yes, he does.
For a big guy. 18-16.
For any guy.
For any guy. Okay, I agree. Villafane, but he is a big guy. You got to say that,
Absolutely.
Isn't it? Villafane with the basketball against Getz. Dumps it down to Cruz. Cruz kicks it back out. This is Mangual's jumper from the elbow. No good. Rebound. Zinchenko could not control it. Comes loose. Back inside Cruz. Somehow did not travel and got the roll.
Cruz is having a game. 6 points here in the first quarter.
And that ball is down underneath, and a foul underneath on Windham.
Villafane.
Yep, it is. That'll be his first.
Team's third. 2.1 seconds to go.
And to the free throw line is Jacob Hernandez. Jacob from the free throw line this season, 3 for 4. Why does that not shock me?
Well,
when you're shooting 76% as a team.
Right. And, as a guard, as a point, he doesn't get a lot of opportunity to go in with the big guys.
Hernandez's second attempt here is up and good. Makes them both. That should be the end of the first quarter unless there's a shot taken. It was at the volleyball net. The volleyball net caught it. Let's put it that way. That's almost like one of those shots that I remember in a Putnam gym from so many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
When the question was, did it touch the ceiling? Fresh 8 minutes on the clock. Windham right now ahead of Woodstock Academy, 20-18.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
I think Woodstock Academy would like a do-over of that first quarter.
Absolutely.
Technical foul because of a missed number in a book. 2 fouls on Davis and Blanchflower. The rebounding inside has been Wyndham's favor, which we did not anticipate.
And you're giving up 20 points in a quarter.
And 20 points in a quarter.
And a lot of baskets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 baskets for Windham.
The defense usually only gives up 43.5 points. They gave up 20 in the first quarter alone. Woodstock Academy averages 62 a game, a plus 19 differential. Here's Talbot at the elbow, back out to Johnson. Johnson against Villafane. Stops, ball was knocked away from him, comes back down to Talbot, over to Zinchenko. Davis back into the ball game in the lane, puts it up and cannot, little hard, got it back, and watch out for those elbows. But it will be on the floor. Yes.
A reach foul, I believe. Don't know who it was on.
I think 22. Mejia is his first. Victor Mejia, 5'7" sophomore. Johnson gets it in to Talbot. Talbot's little jumper goes. Elevated just enough to get over the crowd and put it down. 20-20.
Coach Hart is very good at baseline inbounds plays. He so often gets his kids open.
That's one number I don't want to say anymore, 20-20. Jumper from Villafane, no good from 3, but the rebound underneath comes down to Mejia. Mejia looks for help and finds it in Marquez. Marquez back to Mejia. Mejia back to Marquez. Oh, there's another rainbow, and this time no pot of gold on it. Rebound came down inside to Mangual, and a foul against the Centaurs underneath.
Blanchflower.
That's the third on Liam Blanchflower. He looked on and a little bit incredulous. Marty Hart's questioning what? And he does not like that call either for obvious reasons. So underneath the basket, it'll be Windham basketball, and a timeout's going to be called. Centaurs take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 7:03 to go here in the first half. 20-20.
This Lenten season, give up that so-called fish in your freezer. Instead, come to Grill 37 and enjoy fresh, hand-battered fish and chips. Join us every Friday evening from 4 to 6 from February 19th through the month of March for our Friday Fish and Chip Special. For only $12.99, you'll enjoy an amazing plate of wild-caught cod with fries, homemade coleslaw, and tartar sauce. Reserve your table today by calling Grill 37 at 860-315-5640 or enjoy at home by ordering to go. Check us out at grill37.com.
Please get us out of this 2020 syndrome that we're in on this floor right now.
Well, Coach Hart wanted to get Blanchflower out of the game,
yep.
But Hernandez's mask broke, and he couldn't get to the table because he had to go to the trainer to get another mask, and they were going to start play. and Coach Hart had to call a timeout.
Is this like, the worst nightmares you can ask for right now? Here's a three-pointer that is up and no good for Marquez. Rebound, Ethan Davis up and quickly. Johnson almost slammed it home. Tried, reached just up to the rim.
He was just a little bit too far under the basket.
Yes.
And Andrew Johnson can put it down.
22-20, Centaurs back in the lead. Mejia with the basketball to Marquez. Marquez around Johnson, through a crowd, no good. Johnson on the rebound. Johnson gives a little bit of room between himself and Marquez. Over to Hernandez. Bounce pass back to
room.
Johnson. Johnson from three. No. Backside rim. Rebound. Fought for. Comes down to the Whippets. Alexander Lee on the rebound. To Villafane. Over to Mejia. Back to Villafane. Villafane, baseline move over Davis. Davis altered it, but Cruz got the rebound all alone on the weak side. All tied up at 22. Talbot to Johnson. Johnson looking to go baseline. Back over to Zinchenko from three. No. Rebound. Davis inside and a foul as he went up with it. Probably on Mejia. Or could be Marquez. It's one of the two, and it's Mejia. Mejia was inside, and Marquez was outside of Davis in the sandwich. And it was Mejia who got called. Davis to the free throw line. As we said, very, very competent free throw shooter. 15 for 17 this year. Should I be quiet now?
Nope.
Okay.
These guys are too good to worry about jinxes and curses and
curses of the announcer.
Right.
Mangual comes back into the basketball game for Windham, as does Jacob Holman. Davis, one more attempt here. Puts it up, and it's no good. Rebound comes down to Cruz. He's having a pretty good game coming in off the bench.
Absolutely.
Here's Villafane with the basketball against Hernandez. They go over to Holman. Back over to Villafane.
And watch the way Hernandez is playing him. He will not let him go left.
Back over to Holman. Out to Marquez. Villafane comes on over. Hernandez right on him.
You got to go right, kid. You got to go right.
I want you to go this way. You're not going that way. Marquez with the basketball. He's going right, and he ran right into Ethan Davis. Ball knocked away. Here comes Johnson. Johnson, the runner, a little hard, but the follow for Ethan Davis.
Beautiful follow.
That's what they were missing with Ethan sitting on the bench.
Right.
Holman with the basketball. Out to Marquez. Back over to Holman. He'll take the three. He'll miss the three. Rebound, Hernandez on the long carom. Out ahead to Talbot over half court. Talbot to Johnson. Back to Talbot. Thought about a three. Steps back again. Marquez is on him. Dumps it into the elbow. Knocked away from Zinchenko. But Talbot recovered. Back over to Johnson. Johnson looks to go right. Stopped at the elbow. Lost the handle. Picked up there by Windham. Marquez bounce pass. Cruz on the layup. Too hard. Rebound, Logan Talbot. Back the other way.
Numbers
Talbot.
if they hurry.
Yeah, about 4-on-2 for a while there. Johnson back over to Talbot. Outside three. No, front side rim. Rebound comes down to Johnson. Johnson dribbles to the elbow. His jumper is good.
Woodstock has several players that can score. You can't put your best defender on one and hope because Davis can score. Talbot obviously can score. Johnson can score. Zinchenko can score. So everybody out there on the floor can score for Woodstock.
All five starters were in double figures in the last game between these two. This ball comes loose, bouncing our way. Thank you for saving the equipment a little bit. That ball was coming right to the table. It'll go back over to Woodstock Academy in a timeout.
Blue timeout.
I do believe for Windham. And it will be I think, full timeout with 4:03 left to go here in the first half. 26-22, Woodstock Academy.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Connecticut. In almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Well, hopefully good sportsmanship can be on display again this spring when maybe we can have some fans in the stands. I sure hope so. With the basketball for the Centaurs, Hamilton Barnes, who's in the basketball game, over to Andrew Johnson. Johnson against Villafane, stops, gives it up to Talbot. Talbot looks to drive through, gets around Mangual, and puts up the layup.
Man, he can get to the basket. That was a great pass by Johnson, and Talbot just knifed through the Whippet defense to score.
6-0 run for the Centaurs to go up by 6 points. Here's Villafane with the basketball. Ooh, threw it through Cruz, tried to get it back, and a touch out of bounds by Davis. He did a great job of getting over there. The problem was if he had let it go, it probably would have been Centaur basketball.
Yep.
But, when you're in that mode,
fast break.
You're right. He was seeing someone breaking down the floor, and he was hoping to make it happen. A mask break. Okay, well, we just had a timeout. Now we have a mask break. So we'll take one as well. With 28-22, Centaurs lead, 3:30 left to play first half.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org. Or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
How nice is it today? Well, we actually have the doors to the Alumni Fieldhouse open. You did that about a month ago, and it would not have been pretty. But it's pretty now. It's nice out there, nice early spring day, and I guess it's going to be that way for most of the rest of the week. Maybe just a shower or something later on in the week anyway. But spring sports, by the way, begins on Saturday. 28-22 in favor of the Centaurs over the Windham Whippets, 3.5 to play. Here in this first half of basketball, Mark Allard and Greg Smith along with you. Jacob Holman with the basketball for Windham. Holman gets it into Marquez. Back over to Holman from three. With Talbot in his face, no good. Front side rim. Rebound, Ethan Davis again. Snares it. Up ahead to Andrew Johnson. Johnson goes to the right hand, goes to the lane, goes up against Mejia. Knocked away from him. It'll come down to, actually, Mangual was underneath. And they're going to say it's going to be Windham basketball, that it touched a Woodstock player out of bounds.
Yeah, Andrew Johnson had the ball out of bounds.
So Windham basketball.
Nice to see Parker Anderson out on the floor in warm-ups. Now, he's not going to play because of a deep thigh bruise, but he can.
That will be a foul on against Marquez, and it might be Logan, yeah. Marquez drove in. It will be Talbot who picked it up, his first on the 6-foot senior guard.
Team 7th, but this will be a two-shot foul.
Marquez to the free throw line. Marquez in that first game against Woodstock Academy, 28 points. He made 5 3-pointers, and he was 11 of 12 from the free throw line.
Well, not so far.
Misses the first.
2 for 3.
No, he's about in the same category right now, missing 1. Second one from Marquez is no good. Well, now he's missed 2, but Cruz on the rebound again, but he missed everything. Rebound on the other side is Zinchenko. Up ahead to Talbot. Talbot drives the lane. 4 Whippets in there. Talbot pulled away, put it up, no good on the spin move. Hernandez ripped it away from Mangual. Out to Barnes, over to Talbot. Talbot drives through, had it stripped away, but a foul on the floor.
On the arm.
Yep.
23.
Got him reaching in. Maybe Mangual. Yep, it is. His second. 6'2" sophomore.
Team 6th.
Mangual scored 4 points against the Centaurs in the first game between these two. Talbot to the free throw line. 17.7 points per game for Logan. 52% from the floor. That's pretty good shooting.
Yeah.
33% from beyond the three-point arc. Well, I guess they're going to say it was not a shooting foul.
Correct.
It was on the floor, and it was only the 6th foul on Windham, so... Talbot tried to get it a win. It was knocked away. Hernandez comes screaming in, but he touched the sideline, and it's going to go the other way, according to Christian Sarantopoulos. Hernandez did everything in his power to save that basketball from going out, including just about crashing into our score table over there, but just could not save it. I can't imagine that felt very good the way he landed either. Villafane with the basketball.
He throws his body around it.
He does.
And as we've said, He
He's
just gets to play. He gets to play. That's what he cares
drives
about.
around and a foul up top, probably on Barnes. And it will be a shooting foul, they say. Barnes is first on the junior. And it will be Villafane to the free throw line.
That's 8th on the team.
Villafane did not play in the first game between the two. So he's kind of that missing ingredient the Whippets have. We don't know how much he adds. We'll find out. Is he 25 points worth of difference? Villafane's free throw is no good. Whippets having a little problem with the rim right now.
Well, Villafane's got 7 points all in the first quarter, 3 and 2 buckets. And he's 0 for 2 from the line.
Villafane's second attempt is up and good. Well, that breaks a 3-shot skid from the free throw line for the Whippets. 28-23 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Here's Logan Talbot. Ooh, put on the brakes in time. Hernandez with the basketball against Villafane. Hernandez drives down the right side. No good. Davis tipped it up. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by Woodstock Academy. Back to Windham.
And this game, as much as it was wide open in the first quarter, it's really settled down here in the second quarter as a defensive struggle.
First time we've seen Zach Smee come in for Windham. Number 4 for the Whippets. Villafane with the basketball.
And number 2.
That would be Joe Crespo.
Joe Crespo.
5-second violation.
Barnes.
Yeah, Hamilton Barnes playing some D.
Yep.
I'll get a high five from Coach Hart.
Yep.
And just to show you how much, why don't you take a seat?
Well, Hamilton Barnes was out there giving everything he's got.
Absolutely.
Offensively, defensively, he was fast breaking down the floor.
Jackson gets into the basketball game again. Here's Logan Talbot with it. Bounce pass inside Johnson. Basket and 1. And Johnson gets the 2. The foul will be, is that on Villafane?
Villafane or Marquez?
Yeah, I think it was, how about we chose a number 3, Matt Cruz.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't see the other finger. We saw the 1, but we couldn't see if it was a 1 or a 2 or whatever, and it turned out to be a 1. So Cruz picks it up. Johnson's free throw is up and good.
Andrew Johnson with 7 points this quarter, leading the Centaurs.
8-point lead for Woodstock Academy now as Villafane brings it down the floor against Getz. There's that nice pick again, little screen, if you will, from Marquez to help Villafane out. Now he's out by himself. Getz knocked it away from him, and he reached in from behind, and he'll get called for the infraction.
You'll get it the first time.
Yeah.
And he got ball the first time, but you try and do it again, you're going to get called.
Yeah, and he got called. So Marquez back to the free throw line for Windham. As we said earlier, at the top of the game anyway, that the winner of this game will play the winner of the Killingly-Plainfield game. That's the 2 and 3 seeds being played at Killingly tonight. Marquez's free throw is no good. Johnson on the rebound. Here comes a Centaur senior right down the lane. He says, no one's going to stop me.
Right
Why
down
not?
Main Street.
Why not? And a timeout called over on the other side by Paul Martineau of Windham, as he didn't like that very much, and I can't say as I blame him. That was not exactly what he was hoping for on his defensive side. 1:11 to play in the first half. 10-point lead for the Centaurs.
If there's one thing that 2020 has taught us, it's that sometimes fact is stranger than fiction. So come to the Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic Experience on Saturday, May 1st, 2021, and take a break from reality. Doors open at 9 a.m. with all things sci-fi and comic books on display. There's even a cosplay and magic show put on by Mark Pinkton. Tickets are only $8. To learn more and to get your tickets, go to theqcexperience.com or visit Grow 37 and experience the experience at the Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic Experience 2021, an O'Concha Bar Productions event.
And as I was starting to say here before I was rudely interrupted by that timeout, the winner of the Plainfield Killingly game going on in Killingly as we speak will, if it is Woodstock Academy, will be coming up here to play the championship game at 7 o'clock on Friday. We'll be here to broadcast that game for you.
Well, you will.
I will. You got some other things to do. I mean, you're missing a championship game.
And only for the man who taught me how to be a coach, Bill Barker, coach at Daniel Hand High School in Madison forever, and taught me everything I know. It's his 80th birthday.
We
that's
understand.
The only reason I would miss.
Villafane's jumper missed everything. It comes down to Logan Talbot up ahead to Ethan Davis, goes over Villafane and puts it right down.
Rolled an ankle. Villafane might have rolled an ankle on
that
one.
was kind of tough. He fell down trying to keep up. 35-23 Centaurs. Davis just adding some spark after having that foul issue, and now a foul called on Getz. That'll be his second.
Yep.
So just to finish that up, so it would be 7 o'clock here at Woodstock Academy for the championship game, if indeed the Centaurs prevail here. Otherwise, it would be either at Plainfield or Killingly. It depends down there because Windham is the number 5 seed.
It's going to be here.
I agree with you there. Villafane at the free throw line is good. But you can't count your eggs before they're hatched, right?
Good job by
count your
Coach Hart.
chickens before they're hatched, even on that one.
Getting Davis out so he doesn't pick up his 3rd foul.
Villafane back again and hits the 2nd one as well. 35-25, 10-point lead for the Centaurs. Here comes Jacob Hernandez, 39 seconds to go here in this first half of play. Over to Logan Talbot. Marquez on him to Johnson against Villafane.
Hit him.
Johnson to his right. Johnson into the land again, but he got around. Nice little stutter step got him around Smee and to the basket.
That's 11 points this quarter for Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson's been on fire. He's just driven it to the hole. Marquez gives it to Villafane. 11 seconds to play in the half.
Don't let him go left. Ham, don't let him go left.
Barnes on him, and Villafane goes left, stops, pops, puts it up, no good. Rebound Talbot. That should run out the clock and does. As the Centaurs, after having a first quarter they would rather forget, have made up for it with a second quarter that was pretty darn good. 37-25, they lead Windham. We've played one half of basketball.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
We saved you a seat. The Woodstock Academy has received a generous gift to replace the seats in our new Center for the Arts on South Campus. We're now selling individual seats to raise money for additional improvements throughout the center, and funds from purchased seats will go directly to this effort. Seats are $200 each and can be purchased in groups, making them a nice option for a family or as gifts. Each seat has the opportunity for custom recognition that will be displayed in the armrest. Seats can be purchased online at www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. That's www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. Each gift is tax deductible, and seats can be dedicated as an individual, couple, or family, for your children, grandchildren, or parents, in memory of a loved one, with the name of your business, organization, or community group, or one of many other options. If you have questions, please contact me, John Sturdivant, at 860-928-6575, extension 1211.
37-25 here at halftime at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Woodstock Academy up on top of Windham. Not as many points being scored in Killingly. Halftime of that game, Killingly up 19-14.
Wow.
So that game a lot lower scoring than the game we have right here in front of us. But that's to be expected. Two teams who do like to go up and down the floor. And, you know, sometimes you can't, as much as Windham may benefit, I think, at times from maybe slowing it down. Maybe not. It depends how you want to look at it. But I think sometimes if you can take the Centaurs a little bit out of that, you can kind of, out of that transition game, you can cause them a little bit of frustration.
Right.
But the Whippets don't play that kind of game.
No, and look at what happened in that first half. The Windham Whippets scored 20 points in the first quarter. They have 8 baskets. Second quarter, they have 1 basket and 5 points.
Yeah.
So Woodstock's defense did what it needed to do, and especially on the boards. There were no offensive rebounds that I saw for Windham in that second quarter, and that was the difference.
And I think that difference can be, and not to give it just to one man, but I'm going to give it to a player who I think does make a difference when he comes back into the basketball game, and that's Ethan Davis.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was on the sidelines with those 2 fouls. He comes back into the ball game. All of a sudden, those offensive rebounds that Windham was getting disappeared.
And he scored 4 points,
Yeah.
and he didn't pick up his 3rd foul. So that was a great job by Ethan Davis to do what his team needed him to do.
Yeah, and the Centaurs certainly after that nightmarish first quarter, and it really was kind of a nightmarish
Even
first
though we're
quarter.
only down 2, but they were giving up offensive rebounds, and they were
They
letting
had a
Windham get to the
technical
basket.
for the number wrong in the
Right.
book, and they had 2 fouls on Blanchflower and 2 fouls on Davis,
Right.
and they did give up the 20 points, which is they only allow 42 in a game.
Right. And gave up 5 in the second quarter. So they righted the ship. Now, can they come out and do it in the second half? And they figured it out. I mean, Villafane is not as effective if he's going to his right. Now, he is leading the team with 10 points, but he had 7 in the first quarter, and the only points he scored in the second quarter were from the free throw line. So I think that Woodstock is got an idea of what they have to do the rest of this game.
Well, we have a moment here. We have a little time to mention this. Just like to remind everyone to go to eccathletics.org and vote for not
Two
one,
people.
but 2 Woodstock Academy Centaurs
Alpine
athletes.
skiers.
Alpine skiers. For those of you who do not know, we have an alpine ski team here at Woodstock
Yes, we
Academy,
do.
and 2 of them did just fantastic, I guess you could say, in the State Open Championship. The Connecticut Interscholastic Ski League State Open Championship was held last Monday, not this Monday, but last Monday. And Zach Brody, a senior boy, finished 4th out of 150 skiers.
Yep.
And Eliza Simpson, a junior girl, finished 3rd out of 140 skiers.
Yep.
To me, that sounds like Athlete of the Week material.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, what you do is get on eccathletics.org, and on all your devices, you can vote once each day from each of your devices. So your phone, your iPad, your computer. Vote for them. Vote for them. Not only are they amazing athletes, but they're great kids.
They're great kids. Zach Brody not only is a senior, not only finished 4th, but he also essentially was one of the driving forces to get this team started a year ago. And Kevin Brody and the family, Kevin Brody's the ski team coach. The Simpsons are Davis Simpson, Eliza's brother, is heavy into it as well. It's kind of a family sport.
Absolutely. And you see teams that have private coaches that live all winter in Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine. And then there's our kids that are, a soccer player and a field hockey player, and they're amazing athletes.
But they
at skiing.
are ski enthusiasts.
Oh, absolutely.
Big time. There's
Both
no
of them.
question. Yeah. I think Eliza Simpson said she's been skiing since she was 2.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. I'd have both legs broken, and, I wouldn't be sitting here right now probably because I tried skiing once, and it's a different kind of skill. I'll leave it at that.
Right.
It's a different kind of skill.
I like indoor sports.
Yeah, I like golf. 37-25. Woodstock Academy leads Windham. We'll be back with more from the Alumni Fieldhouse in just a moment.
Fresh. That's the thought that goes into everything that Grill 37 serves. Grill 37 takes pride in every step of bringing a delicious meal to your dinner plate. All steaks are certified Angus beef, hand-cut in-house. Grill 37 takes the time to make all of its soups, stocks, sauces, and dressings by hand. Nothing comes from a can, and it's a difference you can taste. It's Grill 37, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret. For reservations, call 860-315-5640.
Okay, you ready for some halftime stats?
Absolutely.
Or are you still reading? This man, I'll tell you.
I'm multitasking like crazy.
He's like teaching and...
I'm giving advice on research papers and
there you go.
emails and, oh, man. Okay, so for the Windham Whippets, Devin Marquez has 5 points, all in the first quarter. Jaden Villafane has 10. Matt Cruz has 8. and Victor Mejia has 2. That's 25 points for the Windham Whippets. For Woodstock Academy Centaurs and Coach Marty Hart, Jacob Hernandez with 2, Logan Talbot with 10. Andrew Johnson leads the team with 11. He came up huge in that second quarter. Ethan Davis with 4, Jackson Getz with 3, and Dmitry Zinchenko with 7, 37 points for Woodstock Academy.
Not too bad, that's for sure, as the Centaurs trying to forge their way into the ECC North Region Championship game on Friday, hopefully right back here at Woodstock Academy. Not exactly, well, pretty close, but not quite the bright lights of a year ago when the Eastern Connecticut Conference held their championship games at the Mohegan Sun Arena.
Right.
But it is hardly a normal year.
No, not even close. And man, just that these guys got to play. Now, I fortunately got to coach at the Mohegan Sun.
Yes, you did.
And it was just
what an experience,
an amazing experience.
Yes.
But these guys just being able to get out on the floor for this season, something that I'm sure in November and December they didn't think was going to happen. And then we got the okay to go, and there were going to be restrictions and no fans and face masks and other limitations like the benches. But we're here, and we're playing a league semifinal game. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm just about ready to ready to go here in the second half as the Centaurs with this 12-point lead over the Whippets. Both sides going to the sidelines now after that little warm-up.
Well, before we start, you've got 2 more weeks, this week and then next week, of the hybrid schedule.
Oh, yeah, for Woodstock Academy,
where you're 1 day in if you're blue and Tuesday is gold. And then we go to a bridge week, 2 weeks, the week of the April 5th through the 9th and the week of the 12th through the 16th. That's 2 days a week that you'll be in person. So blue will meet on Mondays and Thursdays, gold on Tuesdays and Fridays. Then we have April break, and when we come back from the break, everybody's back.
Everybody's back, full-time learning. and we're all happy about that.
Can't wait.
Out there for the Whippets are Mejia, Mangual, Villafane, Alexander Lee, and Devin Marquez. For Woodstock Academy, Blanchflower, Talbot, Johnson, Davis, and Zinchenko.
Seeing students on campus is outstanding. It's
outstanding.
Marvelous.
There's no question about that.
So we're having a little trouble with the clock, getting the time up on the clock.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're all set.
And Blanchflower with 3 is back in.
Yep. Starting lineup in there for the Centaurs, and here comes Marquez, the son of Roberto Marquez. Many may remember him. He was a very good official. And from what I understand, he doesn't officiate anymore, which is too bad. Mangual's jumper is no good. Rebound comes down to Ethan Davis.
That is enormously too bad because he was so good at it.
He really was. He was high-ranking in college, too. Johnson back out. Zinchenko's 3. No good. Front side rim. Rebound comes down to Mangual. Over to Marquez. Marquez flips it ahead to Villafane. He just ran out of real estate. Has to run it along the baseline. Back out to the left side over to Marquez. Marquez looks to dribble in on Talbot, goes to his left hand, goes against Talbot, and the foul is on Logan Talbot. Just never could establish himself, I guess.
Second foul on Talbot.
Yep.
First on the team.
And Marquez back to the free throw line where he's not been very proficient today.
2 for 4.
So Marquez's first attempt is good. One more attempt for the Whippet senior. And his second one is up and good. Well, those look pretty proficient.
Yes, they did.
37-27, Woodstock Academy. Johnson with the basketball against Villafane. Goes to that right-hand dribble. Johnson looks to go baseline, runs it with a nice little finger roll.
They can't stop Andrew Johnson on that drive. If you don't help, he can beat you off the dribble because he is so fast.
Villafane, his three-pointer is up and no good. Front side rim hit Lee in the head, and it bounces out to Mejia. Mejia behind the back dribble against Blanchflower. Little too fancy, it went out of bounds. He did everything he could to keep that basketball, including the behind-the-back dribble, but I think it threw him off just a little bit.
Yep.
Logan Talbot with the basketball for Woodstock Academy. Goes over to Liam Blanchflower in the corner. He can take those threes. Here's Davis. He won't take those threes very often. Zinchenko down low post. Davis drives on in. Offensive foul. That'll be the third on Ethan. That's not good.
And it was.
No, I'm not questioning that one. I didn't hear any questions from you either.
Nope.
There were no exclamations of pain. Hernandez will check back in. Ethan will have to go to the bench.
And a coach like Marty Hart knows that quite often when you pick up your third in the third quarter.
Your fourth is not far behind.
Right. So give him a break.
Yep.
Let him get his head back.
Villafane to Marquez. I don't know how many times I've seen that happen. Marquez drives, dumps it
What
down
a
low.
dish.
Yeah, right to Mangual. And Windham back to a 10-point deficit. Johnson, who's had a field day out there at the free throw line, has to stop the dribble, picks it up, gives it back outside to Blanchflower. Drives in, and the defense kind of went away.
Red Sea.
Exactly. And Blanchflower said, oh, okay, I'll just take it in for two.
I think what we're seeing is Woodstock Academy is able to drive. Windham doesn't have a whole lot of help defense.
This is Mejia into the lane. Blanchflower. He got by Blanchflower. Blanchflower just reached over the top and took it down. Hernandez, he threw it away. Back into the arms of Villafane. Up ahead to Mejia. Baseline move. This time it gets it go. 41-31 in favor of the Centaurs. Logan Talbot will bring it up the floor. Talbot goes to the left side. Fall away. Short. Rebound comes down to Villafane. Brings it down the sideline. Villafane gives this one up. Goes over to Marquez. Spin move, reach in foul on Hernandez. The first on number 3.
Not much there.
Not much. But you could say he may have gotten the arm. You don't know. It was hard to see from here.
3-0 fouls so far in this second quarter.
And Marquez back to the free throw line. Marquez's free throw is up and good.
Yeah, he's getting more lift on the ball than you saw in the first half.
Yeah, that was odd. When he missed a couple in a row.
Right.
Made 11 of 12, as we said in the first game between these two back in February. Second one for Marquez falls as well. Yeah, they're getting all net now. 8 points underneath that double digits. First time in a little while.
And that's what you want. Now, Woodstock, you're going to want a good set here.
Look who's back in the basketball game.
Yep.
Ethan Davis. Logan Talbot looked into Davis, tries to get it in, knocked away from Davis, and a foul from behind by Alexander Lee. Be the first on Lee.
That's first on the team.
6-foot sophomore for the Whippets. Be on the floor, so it'll just be a inbounds pass for Woodstock Academy with 4:49 to go. Johnson gets it into Talbot. Talbot inside the arc, knocked away, and a reach-in foul on Mejia. That'll be his third.
Second on the team.
None of these fouls what you'd like to see if you're a coach.
No.
The reach-ins, the little taps on the arm.
Right. Putting Logan Talbot on the free throw line.
But that's not, you don't want to see that either. Talbot puts up the first. Oh, didn't like the body language on that one.
Right.
I think he knew right away that was a little off. He'll have one more attempt here. His second one is up and good.
Yeah, needed a little extra lift on that one.
Yep. 42-33 in favor of the Centaurs. This is Marquez against Hernandez. Over to Mangual. Dancing in the center, or on the top of the key anyway. Back out to Villafane. Johnson will come out on him. Villafane gets some help from Mangual. Drives against Davis. Puts it up, no good. Davis gets the ball back.
He got the block and the rebound.
Yes, he did. Johnson with the basketball. Johnson against Villafane. Spins it around, and a foul on the offensive foul on Andrew Johnson.
Really? He must have pushed off.
I didn't. It's hard to see again because he's working in the lane. There were a lot of gray jerseys around there, but he apparently moved one of them aside.
Right.
So Villafane will bring it down the floor for the Whippets. Still trailing by single digits, 9. And now another foul underneath on Hernandez, holding against Marquez.
Well, Wyndham's going to be on the line here pretty soon.
Pretty
and
quick.
That's not what you want to see.
No, not with 4 minutes gone in the third quarter. Wow. A fast accumulation of fouls here as Hamilton Barnes comes back into the basketball game, replacing Johnson for the Centaurs.
Right now, the only scorer on the floor for Woodstock is Talbot.
Yeah.
So where are the points going to come from?
Ethan Davis certainly is capable. That ball was knocked away, picked up by Barnes, over to Davis. Up ahead to Hernandez. Hernandez against Villafane, uses his body to shield, can't get the layup. Ball goes out of bounds, back to Woodstock.
Good hustle by Talbot to go after that rebound. And nice defense by Barnes. Mass break.
Yep, mass break here at Woodstock Academy, 42-33, Centaurs.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
Always a good place to go, the Centaur Shop.
Absolutely. I do all my shopping there.
Yes, you do. And you do all your shopping for everyone else there. You should see his house, half blue, half gold.
Yep.
I mean, it's the way it goes.
I got an Academy building Christmas ornament with my room circled on it. Just so everybody knows that's my room.
That's because he lives in the spire. In the tower here. As I've said before, some schools have bats in the belfry. No, we have a Smith in the belfry.
Yes, we do. And I'm looking forward to it getting fixed. Inspire 150.
Yes, you are. A new design on your abode.
Right.
Woodstock Academy basketball. Logan Talbot, 3:55 left to go third quarter. Talbot from the elbow. Will not fall for him. Rebound Davis pulls down another O board, but it was knocked away. Cruz comes up with it, ripped away by Davis, but it was touched on the baseline. It'll go back to Windham.
Yep.
Davis picked it up, but when he did so, he was touching the baseline. Mejia will bring it down the floor for the Whippets. Bounce pass up ahead to Mangual. Davis on him, back over to Mejia. Against Blanchflower, steps back beyond the three-point arc, launches, no good, rebound Talbot. Talbot brings it down the left side. Along that sideline, gets it to Barnes, back to Talbot. Talbot looking for help, finds it in Davis underneath, got a good committal from Mejia that allowed him to go back up with it.
Great find by Talbot to find Davis all alone under the basket. Davis did a nice job with body control.
11-point lead for the Centaurs. Villafane over to Marquez. Marquez dribbles to the left against Hernandez, gives it up to Cruz. Cruz had a little problems getting the handle on that one. Over to Marquez. Deep in the corner. Marquez looks to go baseline. Into the lane, finds his way around through, puts it up, no good. Rebound Cruz, or I should say Mangual back up with it. Back to a 9-point lead. 44-35, quick runner right through the lane. How many times have the Centaurs done that tonight, and Talbot gets this one to go?
That's a fast break on a made basket, Mark.
Yeah, kind of cool, huh?
Yes, it is.
Here's Mejia at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Mangual underneath. Mangual knocked away by Ethan Davis. 3 fouls, who cares?
Here's what Ethan Davis can do. He stays on the floor because his jumping ability is so outstanding. He can wait until you start going up, then he goes up, and he has the body control to get the block and not the foul.
Does have the hops, no question about it. Marquez throws that one all the way into the backcourt to Villafane. Barnes retreats along with him, and Villafane will bring it back over half court. Villafane spinning around. Nice little spin move. Got it over to Mangual. Along the baseline, Davis back up, can't get the block, gets the rebound though, and we'll bring it down the floor. Davis looked to Blanchflower, was running with him, ball kicked out of bounds by Windham. Marquez got the foot on that one.
Right.
Field goal was not good. Barnes will take it out for the Centaurs as Johnson returns, replacing Blanchflower.
Yeah, Blanchflower was a little gassed coming down the floor. He's putting a lot of work in out there.
So Barnes will take it out and get it to Talbot. Talbot inside the arc, kicks it back out to Davis. Davis's jumper, no good. Rebound inside. Talbot was going up with it and was fouled in the process.
But Johnson got that offensive rebound and just tapped it to Talbot. That was nice.
Marquez, I think, is caught the infraction on that one. That'll be his second foul.
Team's third.
And will send just a ball back underneath. Was not a shooting foul. So Johnson will take it out for the Centaurs.
Neither Ethan Davis nor Liam Blanchflower has picked up a fourth foul. Beautiful.
So far, yes. Holman comes back into the basketball game for Windham. Johnson bounced pass into a crowd. Was out of bounds. Who touched it last?
You got to go to jump.
And Christian Centropoulos was looking at Peter Vitale.
If neither one of them see, then it goes to jump.
And it will be Woodstock Academy that retains possession.
They didn't change the arrow.
Nope, they didn't. So they just decided that it was Woodstock Academy's ball. Johnson from three. He got it! Andrew Johnson. For Andrew, that's his fifth three-pointer of the season.
Complete basketball player. Offensively, defensively. Inside, outside, rebounding, he can do it all.
Came in with a 36% shooting percentage from beyond the arc. Here's Marquez, ran into Barnes, and Barnes will get called for the foul, his second.
Nope, they called it on Hernandez.
Really?
Yep, his third.
Okay. Well, I thought it was Barnes up top. But it was apparently Hernandez on the reach into the free throw line as it's a shooting foul, as it's now a bonus situation.
I only have Hernandez for 3.
That's what I have him for.
They have him for 4 on the board.
Okay.
He's only got 3.
I thought so too. I think that's going to be the question that's being asked right now. I think all the assistant coaches are over there asking, excuse me? I have him for 3.
I have him for 3.
Yeah, we both have 3. Yeah, we can't do that.
Oh, we can't do that.
We're over here. We can't do that.
Right.
We can't influence over there. But they're going to say there's...
Well, there was an out-of-bounds play.
Yes.
Where Hernandez was sitting on the floor and he got called.
That's a free throw is good for Marquez. So somewhere or another, they got him for 4 fouls.
Marquez this quarter, 5 for 5 from the free throw line.
I should not mention the fact that he wasn't very proficient in the first half, should I? He has made me eat my words here in the second half. So Marquez back to the free throw line as Hernandez will take a seat. They're still talking about that, whether there was 3 or 4 fouls. They're still having that discussion. Peter Vitale is over at the score table now, and Christian Sarantopoulos will join him. Now they back it off to 3, which is what we had.
Right.
So they finally agree with us.
Yep.
Although we can't over here interject, although we've in the past maybe have done a little interjection.
I might have said something.
Maybe. During my career in sports writing, I don't think I ever I don't know how many times officials came over to me if I was sitting at the scorer's table and would say,
how many do you have?
What do you got? Because if you ever look at a runner that I used to do, you could read basically the whole game off the runner. And I usually knew basically where everybody was.
I keep a good book, so I know what's going on.
Well, the thing is, we both had them for 3.
Right.
And that's odd and then we still have a discussion going on over there.
Well, they went to the Windham book, which is not official. The official book is Woodstock.
6? Oh, 6. Are they questioning the 6 fouls is what they're questioning, or 6 or 7? What do you have? You got 6. Okay.
Yep.
I do not keep by halves.
Team fouls.
Right.
Right.
Okay. I did not keep it by halves.
And they're getting this straightened out, which is what good referees do. Good referees make sure they're getting the call right. They talk to each other. They talk to coaches. When you mentioned Roberto Marquez earlier, my favorite thing about him and all referees that do this, when they talk to players, they talk to the players and let them know what they're doing wrong and why they're getting called for this. It's not an authoritarian thing. It's part of the game.
Explanation. Remember, it's also learning.
Right.
We're in a high school basketball game.
You're coaching. Some of these kids are 14 years old.
Yeah. I mean, it's learning. It's a learning process.
Right.
And so as much as you're an official out there, you're also a teacher in very many ways. Marquez will be back to the free throw line. They have decided it is 7 fouls.
Okay.
And it is 3 on Hernandez. So I think we had it. I mean, I don't have team fouls per half, so I can't comment on that too much. Marquez misses the second one. Rebound comes all the way out where Villafane picks it up, and Johnson ran into him as he did so and picked up his second foul.
There was nothing Andrew Johnson could do.
No, I thought he had the anti-lock breaks tonight.
Right. And that'll put Villafane on the line.
So a 13-point game right now, but Villafane with a 1-and-1 opportunity here. Second foul on Johnson. And the free throw for number 10, short. Rebound came down to Mejia, but he could not hold on to it, and it stayed with Windham. Mejia had it knocked out of his hands, but it apparently was last touched by Woodstock Academy. And with the basketball for Windham will be Marquez taking it out to Villafane. Villafane dribbles back out to the logo. Plenty of room between him and Hamilton Barnes. Now they give him more room. Here's Marquez. Driving through, puts up the runner. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Andrew Johnson. Back we go the other way for the Centaurs. Johnson gives it up to Talbot. Talbot goes down, kicks it back out. Johnson again runs it down the floor, kicks it back out to Barnes. Over on the left side, Talbot from three. Got it!
Wow. That should have been 4, Mark.
It should have been. That was way out. That was a prepped three-pointer. And a 16-point lead now for the Centaurs, 52-36.
I think he was in Sweet Ev's parking lot.
I think you may be right. Jumper from three is no good for Marquez. Rebound, Villafane came up with it right about the elbow. Villafane will bring it back outside and will step back into the logo and invite Hamilton Barnes to join him, and tries to drive around him in a foul on the floor. I think it's Jackson Getz. Who's going to pick this one up? Nope.
Barnes.
It is Hamilton Barnes, his second. And he'll send Villafane back to the free throw line, where he has been living.
He is 3 for 6 on the night, Mark.
Yeah, he's kind of built himself a little house there. Free throw is up and good for Villafane.
In this second half, Windham has 3 baskets and 6 free throws.
I think we have a score in here from the other game. We're going to check 29-29, end of 3 between Plainfield and Killingly. Villafane's second free throw is up and good. 52-38 in favor of the Centaurs. Talbot with 19 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This is Jackson Getz. Getz over to Andrew Johnson. Back over to Talbot. Talbot looks to drive to left of the lane, kicks it back out Johnson. From just inside the elbow is good. Johnson's jumper should end the third quarter and does. A 16-point lead for Woodstock Academy, 54-38.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse, 54-38. In favor of the Centaurs over the Windham Whippets in the Eastern Connecticut Conference Tournament semifinal.
Andrew Johnson with 18 points on the night.
Whoa.
Mark. He's looking good, standing in front of us right now for the inbound. Wyndham's got a bit of a problem with only 3 team fouls. They've got to be more aggressive defensively.
Well, not only that, right now it doesn't look like it's going to come down to that situation where if they have to foul late or anything to that effect, but they'd have a long way to go to get there. This is Davis with the jumper, no good, and a foul underneath. Speaking of Windham, they'll pick one up here. That might be Marquez, and it is. And for Marquez, that's his third.
And putting Ethan Davis on the line for 2.
Ethan, a very proficient free throw shooter. His first is good.
Woo. And it was rugged.
Yes, it was. He'll have one more attempt here. So Plainfield and Killingly tied at 29 after 3. The winner plays the winner here. which right now the Centaurs are in full control. 56-38 over the Whippets. Villafane to Holman. Back over to Marquez. A little weave up top, and then Marquez goes in, and that little holds off with the left and tossed it up with the right and got the basket.
That's only Marquez's second basket of the night. He's done his other scoring from the free throw line.
Yeah, they're not going to win with only 2 baskets from Devin Marquez. Underneath is Johnson working on that baseline. He's on fire tonight. 58-40.
After going scoreless in the first quarter.
Yeah, he had 11 in the second. Jumper from three-point land is no good for Crespo. Rebound comes down to Johnson. Up ahead, try to get it to Talbot, but it's stolen by Villafane. Coming back the other way are the Whippets. Inside the arc, jumper is no good. Rebound Zinchenko. Up ahead to Talbot. Talbot racing down the floor, puts up the layup, no good. Foul on Villafane. That is his second. I always know that as a coach's they look at that and say, if you're going to step a foot inside the arc, step a foot back outside.
Right, exactly.
That's not the shot you want there.
Worst shot in basketball.
It really is. Talbot will go to the free throw line. Villafane did a nice job getting back on the defense, at least prevented the basket. But Talbot misses a free throw. Okay.
That's the second one tonight he's missed.
Whoa. Might be the most all year.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss many. Not this year. So Blanchflower, Davis, Zinchenko, Johnson, and Talbot on the floor for the Centaurs. Talbot's second one. Ooh, misses another one.
Now Woodstock's going with a 13. They're going to go 1-3-1 here.
Marquez with the basketball. Over to Holman. Back over to Marquez. Marquez, bounce pass to Mangual along the baseline. Davis shuts that down.
Don't let it out.
Mangual in trouble, and did he call a timeout? They did. They called a timeout.
Good trap.
Timeout called here at Woodstock Academy. 58-40 Centaurs in control.
This Easter, Grill 37 has 3 dinner options for you and your loved ones. You can take and bake. Pre-order your a la carte dinner by March 31st and pick it up on Saturday, April 3rd, ready for you to heat and serve on Easter Sunday. You can also grab and go, picking up your order hot and ready to serve between 11 and 4 on Easter Sunday. You can also join our family and break bread with us, dining in with a special Easter dinner served at any one of our well-kept and well-spaced tables. And don't forget Fish Fridays every Friday through Lent. Check out the full menu at grill37.com.
And we invite you to check out Grill 37. You got to go. Grill 37, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret Center. Ian Farquhar and company, they do a great job there.
They do.
There's no question about that. Try the Jack Daniels tenderloin tips. I didn't say that, did I?
No, but
okay.
If you try French onion soup, I'm a lover of French onion soup.
I had that too.
It's fantastic. And the Danish onion soup.
My wife had that.
It's amazing.
She was
really
like,
amazing.
whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
Yep.
Also like to thank our other sponsor, of course, O'Brien Financial Advisors. Pat O'Brien, whose name also happens to be on our wall.
Right there.
Yeah, in the 1,000 Point Club here at Woodstock Academy. Can't forget that. Taking out the basketball will be Marquez as he gets it into Mangual. Mangual dribbles around the top. Talbot quickly picks him up, has to go over to Smee. Or Smee, I should say. Over to Villafane. Villafane back right side. Marquez from 3. This time he puts it down.
That was deep, Mark.
Yes, it was. And that's a long time between three-pointers for him. 58-43, Woodstock Academy. Blanchflower up to Johnson. Johnson right to it. Oh, he could not get the slam, but the rebound is put down by Zinchenko.
Johnny on the spot, Zinchenko there.
I think Johnson just wants to get a slam tonight.
You blame him?
He missed one just barely the first time, and that one not much more. A three-pointer missed by Marquez. Rebound came down to Blanchflower, over to Davis. Back over to Blanchflower. This is Talbot with the basketball. Blanchflower's got a little mask malfunction going on there. Blanchflower gets it into Zinchenko. Zinchenko baseline move, and he puts it down. Dmitry Zinchenko.
Dmitry Zinchenko gets hot when Woodstock needs him to.
62-43. Dmitry averaging 10 points per game. Shoots 55% from the field. That ball knocked away by Johnson over to Talbot. What a play by Andrew Johnson. And a spin move by Talbot to kind of just top it off.
And that's up 20, Mark. That's up 20, and there's still Andrew Johnson diving on the floor, getting loose balls.
Marquez threw that ball away, but Villafane was there to pick it up. I think Windham a little rattled right now.
Yep.
Ball back in the logo. And Villafane says, let's slow this down and take a look at it because it's not looking good right now. They toss it down low. They tried to get it into Crespo. Back out to Mangual. His jumper is good for 2. But still a long way to go for Windham to come back. That ball just left off from Talbot to Davis and a foul underneath. I think this will go against Smay. Note number 2, Crespo picked it up. That'll be his first.
Team 6th.
And to the free throw line goes Ethan Davis. And Davis's free throw is good. That's normal.
Soft as church music.
Hernandez, Jackson gets back into the ball game. Talbot, Johnson take a little rest here. Davis hits the second free throw. Big lead for the Centaurs as Villafane brings Villafane brings the basketball down the floor. Villafane dribbled off his foot and out of bounds. Was trying to look underneath for something developing and forgot about the basketball.
As we said, I mean, Windham scored 20 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Since that time, they've scored 25.
Well, it's been pretty much dominated by the Centaurs since the second quarter on. Hernandez with the basketball, bounce pass to Zinchenko. Zinchenko's turnaround, and it will not fall for him. But there's Davis again, and he's a big reason why for the turnaround. On the offensive boards and just his presence underneath. He tossed it out to Blanchflower, and now a 3-second violation on Zinchenko. It'll go back the other way. Then there'll be a mask break here for the final time. 3:57 to go here in this ball game. 66-45, Woodstock Academy.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
21-point lead here for Woodstock Academy, 66-45, as they seek a championship game appearance.
And you don't get to do that very often.
Especially not on your home floor.
Right. I remember my first year being the head coach. We made the state tournament, had a great season, and won our first game easily, won our second game, and then went down to Trinity Catholic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you think you're going to be back every year, but it doesn't happen that way.
Does not happen very easily. Villafane will bring the ball down the floor. As he brings it over the timeline, goes to his right side, goes by Getz, and around Tuck Flanagan, who's in the basketball game, and got the basket. Couple of substitutes in there for the Centaurs. So you got Hernandez, you have Getz, you have Flanagan. This ball was looking down low from Flanagan to Getz. It was knocked away. Still on the floor, picked up by Marquez. Ran right into Hernandez in a trap. And now a timeout, I think, called by Windham. Well, they had to do something because Marquez was in all sorts of hurt over there on the sideline.
My junior year, I took engineering and architecture, and I discovered an interest that I didn't know was there.
I feel comfortable trying new things here at Woodstock Academy because of all the opportunities my teachers have given me.
At the Woodstock Academy, students are empowered to explore their interests and discover new possibilities. We offer over 230 courses taught by highly qualified faculty, along with numerous activities, distinguished fine arts program, and competitive athletics. Learn more at woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
See you there.
See you there.
No, we'll see you here.
Yep.
Woodstock Academy, Alumni Field House.
And soon we'll see everybody back
Exactly.
here.
I'm going to be happy seeing some of my students come back into the classroom, to be absolutely honest. Some I haven't seen very often.
Villafane's over on the sideline. He's got a little hitch in his giddy-up. I don't know if he's got a cramp or...
Yeah, it looks that may be that way. He's been running up and down the floor a lot. Devin Marquez with the basketball for Windham. 5'11" senior gives it up to Mejia. Back over, look down inside. That ball was knocked away from Smay, and a foul underneath might be Hernandez's fourth. Thankfully, they reworked that because Hernandez had 4 at one point on the board, but they changed that to 3.
What I like is you get 5 fouls. Dr. James Naismith, when he invented this beautiful game, he said you get 5 fouls. Well, if Jacob Hernandez gets 5, he's going to use all of them. And that's
you don't want to get cheated, right?
That's it.
Smay at the free throw line for Windham. 6-foot sophomore. And we still have another conversation going on over at the scorer's table.
Just making sure he's got.
I think the question now is, do they have 10 fouls? Because that would be a 2-shot as opposed to a 1-on-1. And now they're going to compare the 2 books over there again. It has been an interesting scorer's table this evening.
Yep.
So they'll have another discussion over there.
Well, if you haven't done a scorebook for a basketball game,
it's
especially a boys varsity basketball game where there's a lot of points, I mean, there's 113 points up on the board. You see how quickly I did that?
I had to actually look up there. I was pretty impressed.
That's right.
I'm going to say, where's the calculator?
I hope my wife is
You
watching
had your shoe off to do
just,
it, but that's besides the point.
I just did math fast.
I did math, Mom.
it's really hard to keep the book. You get involved in the game, you watch the game, and it happens, and it happened tonight.
It is happening tonight because they're still working over there. Yeah. Christian Sarantopoulos and Peter Vitale are the officials. I think they've done more work at the scorer's table than they may have in the middle of the floor. So I think they've got it all squared away. And Smay will go to the free throw line, shooting 2.
Yeah, that's how I know I've been around a long time.
Yep. His first one is up and good. So he'll get one more attempt here. Hamilton Barnes comes back in the basketball game for Woodstock Academy. And his second one good as well. 66-49 in favor of the Centaurs. Blanchflower with the basketball deep in the backcourt. Throws it up and throws it into the arms of Holman, and that's not his teammate.
Nope.
So Holman going the other way over to Marquez. Over to Smay. His three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound gets to Blanchflower. Right to the hoop for Blanchflower. That's pretty easy. There's somewhere I could play a word off of that, Blanchflower and cutting through. And
oh, nice.
Jumper by Marquez from 3 is no good. Goes out of bounds back over to the Centaurs.
Now, Windham's setting up in a 1.
Actually, man, almost, isn't it?
1-3-1. 1-3-1.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is a 1-3-1.
And that's how you beat it, right down the middle.
Davis, had a hand on it by Mejia. He got the ball back after he had the shot was kind of altered. Uses his elbow to get in, and that was probably going to happen. Davis's 4th foul. He did lower the shoulder.
That was a good job by Mejia to draw that foul.
It was.
But
Davis wanted it to go back up again because his first shot was partially blocked. Did everything he could, but had to lower the shoulder to do it. Mejia with the basketball at the free throw line. Back over to Smay. Smay looks down underneath, gets it to Holman. Back out to Marquez from 3. No. Rebound comes down to Mejia. Mejia bounce inside. Smay blocked from behind by Getz. Getz brings it down the floor. Gets a little bounce pass to Barnes, who reels it in. Falls back. Will not fall, however. Davis on the rebound again.
So smart to bring it out.
Blanchflower over on that right side. Looks at Flanagan. Gives it to the big man on the elbow. Back inside. Little touch pass to Davis on the weak side.
Beautiful touch passes there by Woodstock Academy, starting with Huck Flanagan. He's a good interior passer. We've seen a lot of his JV games, and he does a nice job passing the ball for a big man.
21-point lead for the Centaurs as Marquez drives in, helps up Jackson Getz, and no foul call. Blanchflower on the rebound, back the other way. His runner is no good. Rebound Flanagan fought for it, knocked it out of bounds. He's saying, hey, didn't a Windham player touch it? Afraid not.
It did.
It may have been. I'm going to tell you, I thought it actually may have hit Smay before it went out.
Nice to see Villafone come back in.
Yep.
Daimler Alexchuk comes back in the game.
Actually, maybe his first time out there. I don't
think
I've seen. What, did you see him before?
Yep.
Okay.
And I didn't say anything, and I'm sorry very much to Dime's family.
There you go. We got it now.
Yep.
Villafane with the basketball, because I did not see him. My bad. Villafane dribbles back into the logo. Resets thing. There's that left hand of his. Throws it over to Crespo. Crespo looks to jumper from the free throw line. No good. Rebound, Mejia. Mejia dribbles around the baseline, throws it over the top of Alexiuk. This is Crespo. To Villafane again. Well, we'll try the same thing. This time over Hernandez from three. No good. Missed everything. Barnes on the rebound. Barnes brings it down the floor. Barnes will give it over to Alexiuk. Over to Getz, threw it away. Was looking to get it to Hernandez. Villafane stepped in the way, intercepted the pass, goes to the hole. No good on the reverse layup. Goes hard to the floor. Rebound came down to the Centaurs. Alexiuk's fighting for it. I think the ball went out of bounds off of Alexiuk.
Got a timeout.
Did they get a timeout?
Yep.
They did get a timeout.
30.
Good play, getting a timeout in the process. We have 2:46, or is that 24.6?
24.6.
24.6 left to play. Why don't we just keep it here? We're not going to take a break. I'm sorry, this game has flown right by on me.
Right. 16 points so far this fourth quarter for Woodstock. They've won every quarter, and that's one of the things you want to do as a team. If you win every quarter, obviously you're going to win the game. And Woodstock, they lost the first quarter.
I was going to say
20 to 18.
Recreating the narrative here.
Yeah, since then, 19-5 in the second, 17-13 in the third, and so far in this, 13-11.
Greg Smith saw me quickly fuddling through my papers.
Right,
saying,
I knew.
Something's wrong here.
I messed up.
Barnes gives it over to Hernandez in the final 20 seconds. Flanagan with the basketball to Alexiuk. Oh, we got to think of star of the game again.
Johnson.
Yeah, I'm with you. Gets a little bounce pass inside, knocked away by Holman to Crespo. Knocked up ahead, tried to get it to Villafane, tries to save it and does, but into the hands of Alexiuk. And if we go the other way, Gets the final 2 seconds, they will not take a shot. And that'll be the final. Woodstock Academy, a 70-49 win. More importantly, they will advance to the Eastern Connecticut Conference championship game, the postseason experience tournament championship game. And by the way, the other game, Killingly and Plainfield going to overtime, tied at 39.
Good.
Interesting stuff.
Yep.
So we do not know who the Woodstock Academy Centaurs will host on Friday, but I'm sure we will find out shortly. But we will have our star of the game, and our star of the game today is pretty simple. Andrew Johnson, he and Marty Hart to be joining us. We're going to take a break and be back with more in just a moment.
We saved you a seat. The Woodstock Academy has received a generous gift to replace the seats in our new Center for the Arts on South Campus. We're now selling individual seats to raise money for additional improvements throughout the center, and funds from purchased seats will go directly to this effort. Seats are $200 each and can be purchased in groups, making them a nice option for a family or as gifts. Each seat has the opportunity for custom recognition that will be displayed in the armrest. Seats can be purchased online at www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. That's www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. Each gift is tax deductible, and seats can be dedicated as an individual, couple, or family, for your children, grandchildren, or parents, in memory of a loved one, with the name of your business, organization, or community group, or one of many other options. If you have questions, please contact me, John Sturdivant, at 860-928-6575, extension 1211.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. Our final score once again, 70-49 in favor of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs over the Windham Whippets, and it means Woodstock Academy, of course, moves on to the Eastern Connecticut Conference Tournament Championship game, and that will be on Friday right here at Woodstock Academy. Our star of the game, how many points, Mr. Smith? 20 points for Andrew Johnson. He's our star of the game today, and let me make sure I got everything all lined up here. Hey, I think we're actually good. Well, except that it was starting to play. That's even better. There we go. Okay, Andrew Johnson, our star of the game today. 70-49 win for you guys. A little bit of a slow start, but things got better there in the second quarter.
Yep. The two guards came out tough. You know, they were hitting their shots, attacking us. I don't think we were playing the best defense the first quarter. Coach said, you know, come out, play tough defense, so run our offense for us, and that's exactly what we came out and did.
And Ethan and Liam on the bench with 2 fouls each did not help you guys.
Yep, a lot of fouls this game, a lot of fouls. Huge players stepped up. Ham Barnes hasn't got a lot of playing time this year. Stepped up huge on the defensive end. Jacob Hernandez stepped on the defensive end. Ethan was killing it on the boards. Liam came out, killed it. Everyone played their game today.
You know, when you look at it, you came out there in the second quarter and decided, this is going to be my game, I think is what it came down to. You scored 11 points in the second quarter. Did you feel after, and we called it kind of a nightmarish first quarter, that something good had to happen?
The ball just got to me. Logan distributed it great today. And it just got to me in the right spots, and I just was able to put it in today, I guess.
Boy, did you want to dunk today.
Yep.
We could tell. I mean, you missed one by about a centimeter down there, and that one just kind of bounced in and out.
Yeah.
Did you want to be kind of like a prep kid out there or what?
Well, I've been trying to get it dunked this whole season, but I haven't been able to put one down. I was just trying to get any opportunity I could get.
Well, you came close on two of them. There's no question about that. Just as far as having more bodies come in, do you guys feel you're going to be rested now for Friday?
Yeah, I'm confident to go in, especially with this team. We all play together, which is extremely important for basketball. So I'm excited to play.
And in fact, I'm just getting updates from the Plainfield Killingly game. 46-42, Plainfield ahead with 35 seconds left in OT. So you might be playing Plainfield rather than Killingly, which would be a little bit of a shocker.
Yep, yeah, it would. They're both good teams. They both have competed with us this whole season. Plainfield gave us our only loss. So either team, I'll be excited to play. And
the thing is, you're doing it at home, on your home floor, a championship game. How special is that?
It's huge, Like I said before, senior year, season one wasn't exactly what I wanted. To play these last however many games, 6 or 5 at home, it's been really special.
No question about that, and it could finish really special with a win on Friday night.
Yep.
It's going to just be fun to do so. To play that game. Andrew, thank you very much for joining us here. Great game. Andrew Johnson, Marty Hart coming on over here, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs after a 70-49 win for the Centaurs over the Windham Whippets. And we were talking, Marty, I don't know how happy you were after that first quarter. I'll tell you that. It was kind of nightmarish. You had a tech because of a problem with the book. You had 2 fouls on Flower, 2 fouls on Davis. You gave up 20 points. Not the start you wanted.
To spoil the surprise, I was not happy. In fact, I was super unhappy. And I'm very pleased that we shifted and pivoted at that point and started to behave like ourselves and do what we wanted to do and impose the game plan that we came into it with. And I got to credit Windham for tough defense and great shots. And then our guys, I told them, I said, your defensive intensity started to fuel your offensive efficiency. What a novel concept. So they continued to battle on defense. And let's talk about Hamilton and Jacob and Andrew and Ethan and Jackson got in there. So we threw a litany of guys at their guards and we wore them down.
And you did. There's no question about that. And then Andrew decided he was going to play some offense for you guys in the second quarter, put 11 points up on the board. And by halftime, things were feeling, I'm sure, a lot better.
Yeah, he just started putting guys in a blender and getting to the basket. And it was fun to watch. And I just kept saying to him, hey, thanks for being a senior. That's what you expect from your seniors, that when the going gets tough, the seniors get going, and he certainly did it.
And Ethan Davis sat there on the bench there for a lot of that first quarter because of those 2 fouls. But when he came back out, he gave you back, because Windham was hitting the boards hard. They were getting the offensive boards, they were getting the defensive boards. It was 1 and out for you guys. Ethan comes back, and that changes.
Right, he's our top rebounder. He's very savvy in there. He always locates and takes up a lot more space than a guy his size should, and his hands are sticky and strong, so we need him to rebound, and we've always counted on that. So when he wasn't there, it created a vacuum, and other guys had to step up a little.
Championship game on your home floor on Friday.
Absolutely. I mean, this is what these guys have worked for. They're a special group. Deserves got nothing to do with it, but this group deserves it. They've worked their way to this point. We've paved the way to host the tournament, but nothing matters unless you get there, and now we're there. And we're eager and ready to take on whoever wins that overtime game.
I know. In fact, I'm watching it as we speak. And, I'm not watching it, but I'm getting scores in anyway. I got Plainfield up 46-42, 35 seconds left in OT. Plainfield wins 50-42. So it is Plainfield who is going to be coming in here on Friday.
Good.
Well, great. They're a tough outfit. They've given us a loss. We match up with them. We learned from the first game. We played them differently in the second game. They're a guard-oriented team. They play tough man-to-man switching defense, and we're going to have to, game plan and be ready for that. So it's one completely different prep for Plainfield than it would be for Killingly. Two of our neighbors, great rivalries. They've both had great seasons, and we're happy to host that championship game right here on Friday night.
No question about that. Marty, good luck on Friday night. Well, of course, we'll
Nice
be here
job,
to
Coach.
see how things go. Marty Hart, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, after a 70-49 win for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs over Windham. Final stats from Greg Smith.
Here we go for the Windham Whippets. Devin Marquez led the team with 15. That's a little bit different than the 28 he had the first time they met. Zach Smay had 2. Jaden Villafone had 14. Matt Cruz had 8. Victor Mejia had 4. And Isaiah Manguel had 6. That's 49 points for the Windham Whippets. For Woodstock Academy Centaurs and Coach Marty Hart, Jacob Hernandez had 2. Logan Talbot had 18. Andrew Johnson had 20. Ethan Davis had 12. Liam Blanchflower had 4. Jackson Getz had 3, and Dmitry Zinchenko had 11. 4 players in double figures.
Not too bad.
70 points for Woodstock Academy.
Not too bad. 4 players in double digits once again. They had 5 in their win over Windham in the first game of the season, 4 tonight. So it will be the Woodstock Academy Centaurs against the Plainfield Panthers for the Eastern Connecticut Conference postseason experience North Region Tournament Championship here on Friday night at 7 o'clock at the Alumni Fieldhouse. We'll be here to bring you that one live. For Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. Final score once again, Woodstock Academy 70, Windham 49. Have yourself a terrific Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right?